Hello everyone. So as in the earlier videos we have discussed about relational model and its concepts. In the today's video we are going to discuss about what are the relational operations. Okay, let us see what does we are having the relational operations. The basic relational operations which we are going to discuss in this video are select, project, union, intersection, difference and rename. The first one is nothing but select operation. What does select operation does? Select operation retrieves the tuple values or row values based on the criteria or conditions you apply. Okay, so for that purpose we are using a select operation. Let us see. Select statement selects the tuples that satisfy a given predicate, and select is denoted by lower Greek sigma. Okay, lowercase Greek sigma symbol with the predicate appearing as a subscript. The argument relation is given in the parenthesis as shown in the following. Okay, let us see here. Here is a sigma as a select symbol, and I am having a predicate. Predicate is what? My condition. What is that condition? Wherever b name is equal to SFU is there, that I wanted to retrieve. From which table, which relation? Borrow relation. Understood? So this is how we perform a select operation. For example, to select the tuples of the borrow relation where branch is a SFU. It means b name is nothing but a branch name. Okay, so this is how we have written, and this is what the table we are going to be having as a table, whatever the branch table is there. Okay, borrow table is there. From that I am retrieving wherever branch is a SFU, b name is a SFU, that I am going to retrieve. Okay, so here is one more example. The relation here indicates as a small r. Okay, table name we are indicating as a small r. And what is my predicate? Where the column A is equal to column B and D greater than 5. Column D values are greater than the 5. Okay, let us see. So where column A is equal to B, alpha is equal to beta, yes, it's there. Check out whether D greater than 5. Yes, it is true. This satisfies. Then first row will be retrieved in the resultant. Check out second one, whether column A is equal to column B. No. Then this is not going to retrieve. Check out third one. Yes, column A is equal to column B, and check also D greater than 5. No. Then this is also not going to be in the output. So next, column A is equal to column B. Yes. Then what is the D value? 10 greater than 5. Thus you can retrieve this also. So your query retrieves, select query retrieves these values based on this predicate on the relation small r. Understood? Okay. So how do we notify the select operation? Select operation will be notified with the sigma symbol, P as a predicate, selection predicate, R as a relation. See, P here is called as a selection predicate, and it is also denoted as sigma P of capital R is equal to T is the tuple where T belongs to small r. R is what? Relational instance, and P of T. P of T is what? The tuple satisfies this selection predicate. The tuple satisfies this condition, P condition. Such tuples we are retrieving. So that is what we are going to be having as a definition, where P is a formula or a proportional calculation consisting of terms connected by and, or, and not. Each term is one of the any terms if you consider either of the attribute, operation and attribute, or constant. So it will be in this form, where OP we are having as an operations. What are that operations? Equal to, not equal to, greater than or equal to, less than or less than or equal to. These operations will be considered. See here example we are having where branch name is equal to periods from the account table. Okay, so equal to symbol has been used. Then the new relation created as the result of this operation consists of one tuple. We allow comparison using equal to, not equal to, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or is equal to, greater than or is equal to, and this in the selection predicates. Yes, we also allow the logical connectives or and symbols also we can use, or and not symbols are also can be used. Suppose there is one more relation like a client schema, then if you have two or more, then how do we write? D is equal to downtown and amount greater than the 1200 from the. So this is how we are having logical operations we are using, and also relational operations like a comparison operators like a equal to and greater than symbol I can use it. So this is how to find the client who have the same name as their banker. Client name as well as banker name must be same. So then client schema I am using that C name comma banker. So this indicates C name equal to banker. Then both the columns must be equal. Then I am going to having as a client. Okay. So second operation is project operation. What is project then? Whereas select operation retrieves the row value, the project operation retrieves the column. Okay. So projection selected columns you can retrieve from the table is called as a project operation. Let us see. Project copies its argument relation from the specified attributes only. Attributes is nothing but columns only. Since the relation is a set, duplicate rows are eliminated. Projection is denoted by the Greek capital letter pi. The attribute to be copied appear as a subscript. Okay. So here we are using a symbol called a pi, and then what are the attributes we have to select from the table. One table is a table in the ಯಾವ columns ನಾನು retrieve ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ, so that I am writing as a subscript of the relation. So relation ಗೆ subscript. Look at here pi ಗೆ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ subscript ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, thus we call it as a subscript. For example, to obtain a relation showing the customer and a branches but ignoring amount and loan, we write, see here, only branch name and customer name can be retrieved from the borrow table. We can perform these operations on the relation resulting from the other operations also to get the name of the customer having the same name as their banker. So see here, it can be combined with the others, that is C name, only C name column will be retrieved based on this condition. Okay, so think select as thinking a rows of a relation, and project is nothing but column. Yes, as I have discussed. Let us see here example for a project. Here the relation small r, this table indicates as a small r. If I write project A comma C in bracket small r, then what does it retrieve? R consists how many columns? 3, A, B, C. But what I am doing here, A and C, only 2, right? So then alpha 1, beta 1, and then beta 2. So these are the values I am getting. But here what happens in this operation, I am having a duplicate values. What does the project operation? It retrieves only unique value. Alpha 1 was 2 times, so it retrieved only once, and then beta 1, beta 2. This is what the project operation. The project operation notations are project attributes, list of attributes you wanted to retrieve from the relation small r, where a1, a2, a3 are nothing but the set of attributes. R is nothing but name of the relation. The result is defined as the relation of a k columns obtained by erasing the columns that are not listed. Duplicate rows removed from the result, since relations are a sets. Yes. For example, to eliminate the branch name attribute of the account, so we are having as a account number comma balance. So 2 columns I am retrieving from the account table. Okay. So next operation is a union operation. Here is an example. Let us see first example and then notations we can see. R and S are the two relations, two tables. Okay. R consists A and B as the column. S also consists A and B as the column. But values in R, alpha 1, alpha 2 and beta 1. Values in S, alpha 2, beta 3. Okay. If I perform union operation R union S, it means I perform on the relations, union operation on a relation. Then what it does? See, both the column names are same. Yes, I am having a both column name must be same in performing the union operation. Then what I am having a value is alpha 1. Yes, alpha 1. Next what I am having alpha 2. Alpha 2. Next what I am having beta 1. Beta 1. Next what I am having alpha 2. Already there, no need to put. Next what I am having beta 3. Beta 3 can be written. So this is how union set of similarly as similar you perform on a set. Similarly here also we can perform. See here it is going to be performing on a set operations, that is all the elements from both the tables. Okay. Yes, understood. The union is nothing but all the elements from both the tables will be displayed. It is noted as R union S. What it defines in the sense, it retrieves the tuples in such a that tuple belongs to the R or tuple belongs to the S from both the tables, right? So that's why we say, and it is to be valid, R and S must have same arity. Okay, it means number of attributes are also should be same. Then attribute domain must be compatible. For example, second columns of R deals with the same type of values does the second column of S deals. Okay, so thus we can perform the union to find a customer with either an account number on a loan. So then how do we perform? See, for example, customers are there, list of customers I am having in a depositor table, and some of them have borrowed a loan. Okay, the same customer name there in the table of borrower. Then what I do, I project, I retrieve only customer name and I combine the depositor and borrower together. So customers, whatever the customers I am having, that I will get it by this query. Okay. Next operation is a set difference operation. As name indicates, difference among the tables. So R minus S, R and S are the two relations which we are having here, and these are the contents of them. If performs R minus S, what it says, the elements in the R should be displayed as a resultant, should not be appeared in a S. Okay, so alpha 1, okay, alpha 1 whether that is there in the S, no, then write it there in the output. Alpha 2 whether it exist in S, yes, don't write because it is reduced, it is a minus S, right? Then beta 1, beta 1 is there in the S, no, so you can write it. This is what R minus S, but it is vice versa also, but result will be different. You can make it as a S minus R also. If you do S minus R, then your results will be B3, beta 3, because alpha 2 is already exist in R, so it does not. Only beta 3 is the result in the set difference. How do we write and denote in the R minus S is equal to the tuple selected in such a way that tuple belongs to the relation and the tuples which does not belongs to the S, that only belongs to the R. Okay, so that we are going to be retrieving as an R minus S. If you write it S minus R, then the tuples belongs to the S, not belongs to the R. So that's such a tuples we are retrieving. The set difference must be taken between the compatible relations. R and S must have same arity and attribute domains of R and S must be compatible. This condition is true for union, intersection as well as set difference. Okay. So next we are having the operation called Cartesian product. What does this Cartesian product does? If you have two tables R and S, then each and every element of a S compared or product with the every element of a S is called as a Cartesian product. Let us see here. I am having a R as a alpha 1, and then how many values in a S? Alpha 10A, beta 10A, beta 20B, and gamma 10A, like this, right? These are the 4 values. Here I am having one. Let us see here. Alpha 1 first element, and then alpha 1 second element, alpha 2 third element, alpha 1 last element. After this 4, I'll move to this 4 second, beta 2 first element, beta 2 second element, beta 3 third tuple, beta 2 fourth tuple. Like this, R into S can be performed. Then how many elements will be there in the resultant, in the sense number of elements in a R into number of elements in a S. For example, 2 4s are 8. See here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So we will get the resultant elements are number of elements in R, that is nothing but cardinality of R into cardinality of S will be the result of Cartesian product. It can be noted as R into S is equal to the tuple and Q we are going to be having, where both the columns, this is tuples of that both the tables, where T belongs to R and Q belongs to S. We are going to be taking both the elements, but that is Cartesian product. Assume that attributes of small r of capital R and S of capital S are disjoint. Then what will be there? Then that is the intersection will be null. It means both are different type. The attributes of R and S are not disjoint, then remaining must be used. The composition operations we are going to be using here. Can build a expression using a multiple operations. For example, A is equal to C if I use, and then two relations R into S already done. On this, wherever A is equal to C is there, C alpha beta beta beta, that is what it is going to retrieve. Then rename operation, row is called as a rename operation, allows us to name and therefore to refer to the result of a relational algebraic expression, and it allows us to refer to the relation by more than one name. For example, row of particularly E, if I am going to use it, it returns the expression E under the name X. If the relational algebraic expression E has arbitrary n, then row in bracket X of alpha, that is what A1, A2, A3, so on, it means selected attributes on E. It returns the result of a expression E under the name X and with the attributes renamed as alpha 1, alpha 2 and A1, A2, so on up to AN. This is how renaming can be done. Here are some examples we are having. It's an example of a bank. Bank consists of branch details, branch name, branch city, assets, customer name, customer street, customer city, account number, branch name, balance and all, loan section, depositor. These are the tables we are having. Then the first query says find all the loans of over 1200. Then what must be loan table, right? Then where amount is equal to 1200, you have to use a select symbol, and what was the all the loans, find loan number and then amount. So that is how. See here, select symbol I am using, amount greater than 1200, over 1200, right, $1200, so that I am using from which table? Loan table. Second query is find the loan number for each loan of the amount greater than the 1200. See here, earlier it was only details, all the details they have said, but here in this example they are saying that only loan number must be extracted other than the all details. Yes, on this condition I am projecting loan number only. So your resultant output I am projecting one. Next, find the name of all the customers who have a loan, an account, or both from the bank. Okay. So now it is a bank as well as a account as well as a loan section, right? So then see here, uh, customer name I am going to be retrieving, both as well as in the sense I should perform a union operation from the borrower as well as from the depositor. This is how we write a relational queries by using all the relational operations. Find the names of all the customers who have loan at the credit branch, in this branch. Okay, so first what you are doing, you are finding a branch fridge, and then loan number must be okay, who has borrower loan number must be equal to the loan from the table of loan table ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ borrower table ಎರಡು ಕಡೆನೂ loan number match ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು, because that I am taking as a foreign keys, right? And then if this condition exists, on which table I am combining two tables, borrower as well as loan, Cartesian product will be done, and this is equal whenever this loan account numbers are equal, then it retrieves unique values, and where that values consist of as a branch name, and only that rows, from that rows only customer name column will be retrieved. Okay, the find the names of all the customers who have a loan at a fresh branch at the but do not have a account at any branch. Okay, see here now, so they don't have a branch depositor, then it should be reduced, minus depositor, borrower into loan, but minus depositor, only that customers details I have to retrieve. Next example is find the names of all the customers who have loan at Farish branch. Okay, in that branch who has a loan. So this is of same earlier what I have did. These are the things which we have discussed. Okay, largest account balance. The strategy is find those the balances have not the largest. Okay, the rename the account relation as a D so that we can compare each account balance with others. Okay, ನೀವೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ತೊಗೊತೀರಾ, ಬಟ್ ಹೌ ಕುಡ್ ಯು ಕಂಪೇರ್ ವಿತ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಒನ್? ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಡೂ, ಯು rename the bank account itself, then you can compare with both the things. So use a set difference to find those account balance that were not found in the earlier step. Okay, so then that such query is nothing but what you have to do, you have to find the balance of the account, then account not balance is equal to what I do, I am going to be comparing whether the balance is less next to it. Okay, whatever first element what I have retrieved must be the next one. If it is greater, then it will keep here, and then again okay, if it is less, then it keeps this one only, less will be reduced. In such a way I can retrieve the. And then what are the formal notations for all these whatever the relations we still now we discussed? The basic expressions in the relational algebra consist either one of the following: a relation in the database or constant relation. Whether E1 and E2 are the relational algebraic expressions, the following all are the algebraic expressions, that is E1 union E2. It means relation R you can consider. Okay, E1 minus E2, E1 into E2, then row, this is what to select the particular element, this is what to project, this is what to rename. Similarly you can perform with the intersection also. So till now we have discussed about relational operations and some of the examples and their formal notations. Okay, let us see with the questions. Which of the following is used to denote the select operation? Whether pi, sigma, lambda and omega. Yes, it's of sigma. Okay, then for select operation the dash appears in the subscript and argument appears in the parenthesis after the sigma. What will be? Yes, predicates and relation will be there. Okay, and then a domain is a atomic if elements of the domain are considered to be dash units. Yes, it's of individual. Okay, which of the following is a unary operation? Select, project, primitive or generalized. An attribute in the relation is a foreign key if the key from one relation is used as an attribute in the other relation. Right? Right. It's a primary key. It must be one key should be primary key, then only can. These are the references which I have used for this video lecture. Thank you.